Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and this is Jar of Fireflies. Here I make videos all about my life as an Orthodox Jewish homeschooling mother of 4. And today I'll be sharing with you about the 3 weeks. So right now is a time in the Jewish calendar called the 3 weeks, and this is a time of mourning for all of the Jewish people. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing a little bit differently right now, and I'll be explaining what all of this means in today's video. So the 3 weeks is a time of mourning for all of the Jewish people, and it starts on the Hebrew calendar Jewish date of the 17th of Tammuz. This year that was July 6th. It reaches its conclusion on the 9th of the Jewish month of Av, which is later this week if you're watching this video the day that it comes out. There are a lot of mourning related customs that we as a Jewish people follow during the entire 3-week period. For example, we're not buying new clothing, we're not cutting our hair, and we're not listening to music. The music thing, definitely a challenge for most people that I know. For me, I've switched to listening to a lot of podcasts instead, a lot of Torah classes online, and nature sounds, which is quite relaxing. Okay, so starting at the beginning, the 17th of Tammuz. This is a fast day for the Jewish people. It's considered a minor fast day, so we are only fasting from dawn until nightfall. The fast commemorates 5 tragic events that occurred on this date. The first event is when Moses came down and saw the people worshiping the golden calf, and he broke the tablets. Another event that we are commemorating is when Apostolamos burned a Torah. There's a debate about which Torah scroll exactly this was. Regardless, it's a bad thing, and we are mourning that. Apostolamos was, by the way, a Greek officer. Another event that we are commemorating is when idols were placed in the Holy Temple. Another event is during the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem, when there were not enough sheep and we had to cease making sacrifices, our daily sacrifices at the Holy Temple. And finally, in the year 69 CE, the walls of Jerusalem were breached by the Romans. This was after a lengthy siege, and the Romans were on their way to destroy the temple. The final 9 days of this 3-week period is a pretty intense time of mourning for us. For the final 9 days from the 1st of Av until the 9th of Av, we take on additional mourning practices. For example, we don't do laundry, we don't drink wine, and we don't eat meat. On Shabbat, however, we are still allowed to drink wine and eat meat. And then finally, we reach the 9th of Av. The 9th of Av is a major fast on the Jewish calendar, and it is a longer fast. So this fast starts the night before when we all gather in the synagogue to read the Book of Lamentations. Besides fasting on the 9th of Av, we also will not shower or bathe. We're not even brushing our teeth. We don't apply any lotions or creams, and we sit low to the floor for at least the first half of the day. The 9th of Av is a day when we can do things like drive or use our phones. So it's a time that many of us spend learning, listening to classes online, or spending time at the synagogue. All right, now how will I be spending the 9th of Av, which is coming up later this week? I will be fasting. To prepare myself for this, I've already stopped drinking caffeine so that I will not get headaches, hopefully, on the day that I am fasting. I'll be drinking a lot of water the days prior, especially the day before, to make sure that I'm very hydrated going into the fast. I definitely won't be leaving the house. I'll be staying home with the kids. There is usually an online sort of camp for the kids, so I'll print some materials for that, get them some special snacks, and set them up with the videos. There's lots of puppet shows and things like that, and the kids will be able to do some learning, and they will be entertained a bit so that I'll be able to rest. No, children do not fast. Fasting only starts after the age of bar or bat mitzvah. So for a boy that is 13 and for a girl that is 12. All of my children are under the age of bar or bat mitzvah, so none of my children will be fasting. Animals also do not fast. We have a big obligation to take care of our animals, so our dog Bella will definitely be getting fed on Tisha B'Av. Tisha B'Av is how we say the 9th of Av in Hebrew. I'm planning to spend my day listening to classes online, particularly about the destruction of the temple and certain sad parts from the books of the prophets. I'm sure my husband and I will sit down for a while and do some learning together, and I'll spend some time probably learning with the kids. While it is a day that I can drive and use my phone and things like that, I really definitely want to keep my day focused on what the day is all about and not just and not just be distracted by watching television or playing games. During this time of year, our community will also plan different classes at the synagogue so that people can come and attend learning there. It's also a time when the synagogue will put together information for people as far as what restrictions they have, what they can and can't do as far as hair cutting, listening to music, things like that, so that it's very clear and everyone is able to observe the practices of this time. Because of the mourning practices throughout the 3 weeks, it definitely keeps this kind of in the forefront of my mind, especially the not listening to music, because I do enjoy listening to music a lot here while I'm around the house. And while we're just doing things, cleanups and such, music's definitely a big part of our lives here. So that in itself causes me to stop and pause and remember why we're mourning, that we're mourning, and keep my focus where it really should be during this 3-week period. I try not to get caught up in the minutia of, oh, what am I going to feed the kids? We can't eat meat, and just make some grilled cheeses and move on. I also plan to prepare food in advance for the kids during the fast day so that I'm not cooking food during the fast day. And again, I can rest more and I'm not torturing myself by making food for other people during that day. So that's it. I just wanted to pop on here and do a short video to share with you guys all about the 3 weeks, what this time is that we're going through right now, what I've got coming up here shortly in a few days with another fast, and just share that with you guys to let you know more about our customs and about our lives. All right, so that is it for today. I hope that you all enjoyed. Please drop me a note down below. Let me know how things are going for you. Your comments mean a lot to me and they help my channel out a lot. If you enjoyed this video and this type of content, of course, please be sure to hit that like button. Give this video a thumbs up. That always helps me out as well, and I appreciate it so much. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe. I would absolutely love to see you here again. I do a lot of content of vlogging, day in the lifestyle videos, a lot of question and answers and things like that. So I would love to be able to have you here as I share my life and what it's like to be an Orthodox Jew. All right, so that is it for today's video. If you are fasting later this week, I hope that you have an easy and meaningful fast. To everyone, may you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next upload.